Hi guys, welcome to Spirit Guided Oracle. I'm here to do another general oracle reading, and I hope everybody's doing okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be reading from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and I've got Stag Spirit Leadership. So some of you guys are coming into a leadership role in your life. You're taking leadership. You want to, you're having these feelings of leadership, becoming a leader in somehow or another. 39. Leadership. It says, a majestic stag stands atop a mossy knoll. His nobility and grace are palpable. You can see fog form around his nostrils with his every exhalation. He doesn't need to announce his might. Simply and utterly, he is powerful without words or proclamation. I did show y'all the card, right? Yes, I did. Anyways, that is a beautiful, beautiful picture. Okay, and then it says, in many traditions, the elusive and mysterious white stag is considered king of the forest. With his noble antlers and his proud stance, he carries a commanding energy. This card is calling you to claim leadership of your life. Claim leadership of your life. Now is the time to step out of the shadows and become a beacon for others. Don't allow anyone or anything to dim your light. You may be asked to take on a position of authority, even if you have been in the background in the past. This is your time to step up and shine. Remember that a leader isn't necessarily defined by age, status, or income. A true leader is someone who is commanding, passionate, and motivating. They have a vision and are able to make decisions with clarity and strength. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as a stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. You empower others simply by being who you are, and who you are is enough. Are you willing to step into the light and be a leader for others? In European folklore, a white stag signifies extraordinary adventures. In others, so you could be coming into a time where you'll be having extraordinary adventures. In others, the stag is a fairy beast that represents a quest for spiritual wisdom. These themes may appear in your life in the near future. The spirit of the stag says, you inspire others to greater heights. Step into leadership in your life. You are a beacon for others. Shine in your own life. Shine in your own life. Be gentle with yourself and others. However, do not play small. Take action. This is your time. Step up. So be gentle with yourself when you make mistakes. When we make mistakes, we have to be gentle with ourselves. Not be too hard on ourselves. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody goes through hard things. It's just a way to make us stronger, wiser. I was going to say smarter, but that's the same thing, and it helps us deal with it in the future to not let the same thing happen again. So be gentle with yourself and others, because we all have our faults. We all are human, and we are all fallible, and we're all going to make mistakes. And, sometimes we feel insecure, sometimes they feel insecure, and that's how things start happening in our lives, you know, for us humans. So I don't know why I was guided to say that, but I think somebody needs to hear it. And just remember, viewers, you are a beacon for others. Don't forget that although you may think that you're not anything important or that you're not all that, and even if you do, sometimes we tend to be more harsh on ourselves, or, judge ourselves more harsher when we know, that we're being looked at and we make a mistake. We tend to, beat ourselves up more, is what I think, what I feel. So be gentle with yourself and others, but don't play small. But don't diminish yourself. Don't back off. Don't be, don't hide yourself. It says take action. This is your time. Step up. Because the people that do love you, they want to see you shine. They want to see you do good. They don't want you to back down and say, think of yourself less than what you are, because the people that love you know how important you are. Anyways, let me stop going on and on. Jupiter, I'm going to read out of the book Astrology Reading Cards by Allison Chester Lambert and illustrations by Richard Crooks. And this guy is also, or this lady, Allison, is also the author of The Future in the Stars. Okay, Jupiter. If you have drawn the card, let me show it to you guys, okay? I think these images are so beautiful. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. You back it up a little bit because of that light. Sorry about all that talking. I probably lost some viewers, but if you have drawn the Jupiter card, then the current universal energy is focused on your confidence, courage, sense of self-belief, and potency. When this part of you is activated, you have access to your inner knowing, and I think it's called Gnosis, Gnosis, and divine guidance. You have access to your inner knowing and divine guidance. Your guardian angel is protecting you and filling you with faith, vision, and intuition. As your confidence rises, you can tune in, gaining insights into the future. Wild guesses seem to hit the nail. Wild guesses seem to hit the nail on the head, and you can prophesy accurately. What you're thinking is happening, guys. Your wild guesses, that's what it is. You may dare to leap beyond your normal boundaries. Forget any worries and just know that everything will turn out well. So no matter what's going on, when you decide to do something, when you leap beyond your normal boundaries, what you normally wouldn't do, and you forget, like, oh, I don't think I should do that because this might happen. You're not thinking like that at this moment. Forget any worries. You forget any kind of worries that you might have at other times had. and you just know that everything will turn out well. This is the part of you that shrugs off or turns a deaf ear to the warnings of others. You will feel irritation at any limits or boundaries that your body or mind impose on you now, since you want to grow with the freedom to soar like an eagle into higher, breathtaking expansion, taking imaginative leaps to allow wonder and magic in. Material prosperity is often a matter of how rich you will allow yourself to become, since we can unconsciously limit ourselves by not wanting to be greedy or believing that we are not worth more, worth more. Your lucky streak is now activated, so think rich and abundant. Your conviction and sense of omnipotence are rallied, but beware of arrogance, overconsumption, overexpansion, or overly dangerous risks. You may well be right, but be careful how you assert that. Your Jupiter represents growth in many forms. One form is growth of the body, but the mind and soul and spirit need growth also. You now access your faith, understanding of divinity, the spirit of the law and philosophy, so you may challenge or grow in some of these beliefs. You may also be involved with higher education, travel, exploration, or teaching. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope y'all liked that. I hope that was helpful in some way. And so now I'm going to read the STAG. No, sorry, I just did that. My bad, guys. I forget very easily nowadays. As I've said that in my readings. I'm not going to shuffle the whole stack because it's so hard for me to shuffle. I apologize. I forgot I had read the stag spirit. I feel so silly when I do stuff like that. I feel so foolish. But oh well, I'm human. Okay. Dog. Close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Okay. All right. So some of you guys might have an admirer out there that you don't even know of. So let's see what your guardian angels. Don't forget that your guardian angels are always with you. You're never alone. God is always with you. No matter what's happening, know that God loves you and He's with you. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Some of you guys might be having some type of dealings or a relationship. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. I'm going to shuffle some of these, okay? Let's see what comes out of these. I seen candle and I was going to read it on the top of this deck, but I forgot. If I see it again, I'll read it. November. Something's going to happen in November. Or maybe your birthday's in November. Something about November. Dealings or relationship with a man. All right. Shield, you need to defend yourself and love. Maybe you need to defend yourself in some type of love situation that you may be going through. Oh, okay. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. You should accept valid criticism. That's the last one I'm going to do. Okay. And that's quite a bit for me. So, it's already 16 minutes. I better hurry. Okay. Dog. Dog, dog, dog. Protection from a powerful friend. A powerfully built dog stands guard, ready to take action against my enemies. This card signifies that the querist is protected by a powerful friend. The powerful friend could be a relative, a business partner, or social acquaintance. The powerful friend could also be someone you have dealings with for legal or financial matters. Well, we have several dogs. This one was dog by itself, and dog that came out was close up. So I read the wrong one. The wrong one. Let me do it again, okay? Dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. This card shows a dog with a playful expression on its face. This symbol indicates that you will have pleasure with a close friend or relative. It doesn't indicate whether the friend is male or female. Now bouquet. And I apologize for that mistake. Okay. Compliments from an admirer is bouquet. An elegant vase holds a beautiful bouquet of flowers. This card signifies that the querist will receive compliments from an admirer. And querist, if somebody doesn't know, means the person that's asking the question. An elegant vase holds a beautiful bouquet of flowers. This card signifies that the querist will receive compliments from an admirer. Although the compliments could very well be of a romantic nature, the querist should not automatically think of that as the only possibility. This symbol means compliments from any source. They could include compliments from a boss for a job well done, a parent complimenting a child, or compliments from a friend. And dark woman. Try to make sure I don't do the same mistake. Maybe there's 2 or 3 dark women. No, there's just one. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. A woman with dark hair and dark complexion is shown. Her face is inscrutable. You will have dealings or a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. However, the symbol does not indicate whether the woman is a friend or foe, or whether the relationship will be of a romantic, business, or social nature. And then we've got man. A man is shown. His face is inscrutable. This card indicates that you will have important dealings or a relationship with a man during the time frame indicated. However, the symbol doesn't indicate whether the man is a friend or foe. It could be of a romantic or business or social nature. And then turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. A turkey struts across the farmyard, unaware that it is regarded as a stupid animal. This card signifies that either the querist is behaving stupidly or someone the querist has dealings with is behaving foolishly. Either way, it is the querist who will be affected by the stupidity. Wow. love. It happens. Love doesn't have a card, guys, okay? Shield. You need to defend yourself. A shield appears in front of the querist. The shield has withstood the onslaught of many battles and now stands ready to do battle on behalf of the querist. This symbol signifies that you will need to defend yourself during the time frame shown. It also advises you to graciously accept any help that is offered. Crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. A newborn baby lies in a beautiful wicker crib. The crib is decorated with lace and garlanded with flowers. Garlanded. This card signifies the birth or conception of a child for the querist or someone close to the querist. The card can also represent the start of an enterprise or undertaking for the querist or someone close to the querist. And then we've got cup. You should accept valid criticism. A cup sits on a kitchen table. In the background is a teapot. The teapot represents friendship. This card advises the querist not to become upset when someone offers you valid criticism. The card also advises you to accept constructive criticism and, whenever possible, make use of it. Okay. All right. Now I'll pull out just a few tarot cards since I spent so much time on these. Maybe I pull out too many of those cards. You know, maybe they're not supposed to be pulling out so many, but I like them. I even want to pull out some more. But maybe at the end I'll pull out a few more and see what happens. See what they say. Okay, so let's see what questions you guys might have in your mind. Okay. I hope a good message comes out. A few good tarot cards. See what comes out that is important for some of you guys to know, whoever is joining me in this reading. And thank y'all for choosing to listen and hear this reading. And dogs, pleasure with a close friend. Dogs are always a loyal companion. Love came out, so maybe a loyal friend that loves you very much. Bouquet is something that makes you happy. Maybe they're going to bring you some type of happiness. A turkey. Somebody's acting stupidly. That's going to end up hurting you in some way. We've got shield. Somebody's going to come to help you out. And crib. Maybe some of you guys are going to have a baby. Okay, we've got balance. blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. I don't know why that came out. Nine of Wands, protect what you have created. Be prepared, never give up, ask your angels for help, environmental activism, and animal rights. So protect what you've created. If you've created something, if you've been doing something, working on something, don't just easily let it get trampled by anybody or destroyed. Protect what you've created. Awakening, a temporary pause for reflection and insight. Sometimes we have to just stop and just settle down and listen to, listen to the quietness of what's around us and pray, talk to your higher power, whoever you believe in. A temporary pause for reflection and insight. An awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness and charitable actions. Let's see what the card says on these, okay? So we've got that major arcana, which is balance. Oh, and I've turned right to it. Archangel Zadkiel is here to help bring balance to your situation, with warm colors rising from one cup and cool colors rising from the other. The full rainbow of options is presented only where they meet. A quote from the ancient philosopher Aristotle that reads, I know I read that wrong, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, encapsulates the balance card. At this time, ideas from multiple sources or efforts that are the result of contributions from more than one person will create something bigger and better than what each individual might have offered alone. Now is the time to be open to compromise and cooperation with others. The perfect solution is one in which each person's input is taken into consideration and blended into a win-win that everyone can feel good about. This could be a good time for finding your own personal balance. Go for quiet walks, talk to your angels, and release whatever anxieties are currently challenging you. Be open to aha moments and epiphanies from the divine. Additional meanings of this card says moderation and self-restraint, merging viewpoints to create superior opportunity, a moderate pace, striving for an appropriate reaction to the situation at hand, waiting for perfect timing. Then the Nine of Wands. And here it's the Nine of Fire. The journey through the fire suit is one of working hard to make your dreams and passions come alive. It's only natural that you'd want to protect what you've created against loss or prevent it from being diminished. Of course, it's wise to ask your angels every day to help you protect yourself and the people and things you love. Still, sometimes it's up to you to do the hard work of defending your magical creations. Have courage, stay positive, and work with the law of attraction. This card can also be considered a representation of environmentalists and animal advocates. They too are working hard to protect this magical creation we call planet Earth. And the additional meanings of the Nine of Fire is physical strength, being prepared for whatever lies ahead, having a strong immune system, and keeping your resolve. And the wisdom card that's associated with the Nine of Fire is you are far stronger than you realize. You are far stronger than you realize. Archangel Ariel brings you strength to help protect not only your own creations but also those of nature. and the world. And let me read the Strength card, okay? I think it's okay to read it. Archangel Ariel is the lioness of God. Archangel Ariel, the lioness of God, is very connected to the earth and its animals. She can inspire you to have confidence while still being sensitive to others. This is a card of inner strength. It's power through kindness and compassion, through courage. Its power is through kindness and compassion, through courage. On the one hand, this card would have you know that you're stronger than you realize, and you have the ability to conquer any challenges you experience. You should have more faith and trust in yourself. On the other hand, it asks that you handle issues with other people with a soft touch and kind words. Taking the tough approach isn't the answer right now. The Strength card asks you to look upon your sensitivity as an amazing gift that you can use to navigate through troubled times. If you need to stand up for yourself, then by all means, do so. Just couple assertiveness with kindness and dignity. So be assertive, but also be kind and have dignity. Additional meanings is patience, forgiving yourself and others, overcoming challenges through grace and willpower, having the courage of your convictions and believing in yourself. That's beautiful. Now, awakening. The dreamer is back in this card, and his situation will require the help of past languages of the divine. Archangel Chamuel gets a better view of which path to take. The dreamer is back, and he seems to be a little hung up. Is he taking some time to rethink and reflect, or is he just in a playful mood and wanting a break? His demeanor seems to say, "Ta-da, look what I can do," and yet all his belongings are falling out over the ground. The archangel in the card seems quite focused on something in the distance, but the dreamer is oblivious. The world looks different when you're upside down. Life is presenting the dreamer with the opportunity to see things in a different way, to gain a new perspective. He's not in any way tied to this moment, so clearly any halt in his progress is only temporary. The dreamer has evolved into a unique and quirky soul. He's willing to be himself without caring what others think. Perhaps you should follow his lead. This is also a card that asks you to give to others and perhaps, when appropriate, put their interests ahead of your own. Additional meaning says unexpected changes, seeing beyond what's obvious, hidden action behind an apparent standstill, exploring your past lifetimes, and unusual solutions and epiphanies. Okay, and we've got the sun here, so everything's going to turn out okay. If any of you guys are going through anything difficult right now, just remember that this too shall pass. Sometimes we go through very difficult times in life, but give it some time and it all works out at the end. Something that didn't work out, that just broke your heart, that just leaves you in pieces, later on in the future, you realize that had you stayed in that connection, something absolutely horrible was going to happen. So it's better for the horrible and hurtful thing happening right now, and you dealing with it right now and letting it go and looking into the future to not do the same mistake again. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. It's better to put something to an end, a relationship, a work, a co-worker, something that went wrong. didn't turn out right. Because maybe it's God's way of saying it could be a lot worse. Happiness. And happiness does come afterwards. It absolutely does. And marriage, maybe you're going to find somebody that you can marry in the future because of a certain breakup. If there was a breakup, if you let something go. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. Now I went way over the time. Take care, enemies are working against you. Be careful, enemies are working against you. And don't worry about the enemies. If you believe in a higher power, if you've got a God that you believe in, best believe, like some of my tarot readers, this one tarot reader that I listen to says that all the time, best believe that God, she says best believe, not the rest that I'm going to say, but best believe that God is going to be your shield. He is going to take care of these enemies for you. So let's read Casket. It doesn't do you any good to worry about it and be upset at yourself over the enemies that you have, because God will take care of them in due time. If you leave it up to God, you surrender like this hangman right here, God will take care of them. Casket. A closed casket lies in an open grave. And not that we want something bad to happen to them, but we just want God to keep them at a distance, keep them away. A closed casket lies in an open grave. Flowers surround the grave, but the top of the casket is bare. The casket indicates that an ending will occur within the time frame indicated. It could mean that someone prominent in your life will no longer be there, or the end of a romantic relationship. It could also mean the end of a business relationship or situation. But look at these beautiful cards. Happiness in marriage. That's beautiful. And marriage doesn't always, I don't see it as just a marriage with a man or a marriage with a woman. I see it as, your job or something that you love to do. Basket. In case you've had a bad breakup or bad experiences with relationships, look at this marriage as something that you want to do, something that you want to commit yourself to, something that you love doing. Recognition, reward for merit. A straw basket is set down on a kitchen table. It is filled with fruit, bread, and flowers, all riches harvested from the good earth and human labor. The kitchen table represents your hard work, and the basket heaped with plenty signifies that your efforts will be recognized and rewarded. And then bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. A bat flies out of its cave under the cover of darkness, hunting for prey. The querist should be aware. The bat is warning you to take extra care in what you say and do. Enemies are hiding in the dark, ready to strike at the first opportunity. So as long as we try to do the right thing towards others, as best that you can, and usually that's by staying away from somebody that you're having difficulties with. That's how I think you should do. Just stay away as best as you can. Don't engage in anything with that person if you're having problems or you feel that they're your enemy. And this says take care so you don't know that you have these enemies. So be careful talking to anybody unless you really, really trust them. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. So if anybody is trying to hurt you or do something wrong to you, that they wrongfully are trying to do it out of jealousy, envy, whatever, you name it. It's out there. It's not going to be granted for them. Wish will not be granted. And as long as you're not doing anything wrong in a malicious way towards someone, you don't have to be worried about your wish not being granted. Your wishes will be granted. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank y'all for listening. God is opening doors for you daily. I wish you happiness, health, and abundance. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was... Oh, look, we've got Candle here after all. This is beautiful. I seen it at first, and I just picked it up, started shuffling because I like these cards. And I wanted to read them to you guys. Candle, you will be shown the way. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. I told y'all if it was meant to come out, it was going to come out, and it was meant to come out. Okay, Candle. If there's anybody still at the end listening to my reading, I hope so. I thought that was so excited. I'm so excited. I love to do these readings. Just sometimes, anyways, it doesn't matter. I was going to say I let things bother me and then it affects my work, and I don't like that because I hear so many of my tarot readers telling me to just do it, to not worry about anybody and just do it. And I love all my tarot readers. And this morning I woke up and one of my tarot readers wasn't in my playlist, and I was so hurt, so disappointed. I don't know when I'm going to get over it. It's so bothersome to me. It hurt me. It broke my heart. But okay, but I'm going to pray for that person and pray for that person to come back and all that stuff. Broken bridge. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. A large broken wishbone looms before the querist. This symbol brings unpleasant news, as it indicates that a wish very dear to the querist's heart will not be granted. Well, this says differently than what I said, but maybe it's something that you wanted, that it didn't work out, viewer, and it's going to break your heart. But I tell you what, I've gone through so many disappointments, and I am so happy right now. I thank God for everything that He does for me, and how He helps me, and how He takes the wrong people away from my life. Even though it hurt so much, you feel like you're going to die. You feel like you just can't lift a leg, can't lift an arm, can't lift your head. You can't stop crying. But if you just give it time, and thank God, I don't know where I heard it, because He knows what we don't know. He knows what's in the future that we don't know. So we've got to thank God when things that we want, just like that song from, I think it's Garth Brooks. What is it? The best prayers not answered. Oh God, how does that song go? Our unanswered prayers. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. I love that song. Some of the prayers that we ask for that are unanswered prayers is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Our unanswered prayers, because later on down the line in life you realize what a destruction was in your path already that got moved out of your path. Even though that's what you really wanted, that's the wish that you wanted, is to be with that person or do that certain thing, and then you realize later on that you're happy that that prayer was unanswered. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Take care.